right behind me is the heaviest building in the world. In this video, we're gonna be exploring the history of this amazing country and eating some very good food. Let's get this video started from the beginning. To start off our exploration here in Bucharest, we're gonna start with the Old Town.
And see what we find, explore probably the most popular part of the city, probably eat food here.
Probably the most touristy part of the city. All right, we're making our way towards Stavropolios Church and, oh, wait, what? For a moment, I was confused. We're in Greece. What? I didn't realize this chain was outside of Greece. In all of our Europe travels, we haven't seen it anywhere else.
It's funny because the branding's like the same, but a little more like umped up to make it like Greek.
Yeah.
In Greece, it's just there.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
Greek.
it has the Greek.
There's a Greek thing down there.
Our next stop is not your typical tourist attraction stop, but this has shown up quite a bit in things to do in Romania. So
this is one of my favorite things to do anyway.
yeah, so let's go see. People talk about.
Yeah, it's a really cool building.
And the bookstore is really cool. It's not just books, obviously. It even has wine. It has some art on top that we couldn't figure out how to get access to.
I love like the white and the very like minimalist. Really cool.
Yeah, did a really good job renovating it. Off to the next stop.
We've come to stop for a lemonade at a little like cafe in the Old Town. And I just want to say that we've noticed most of these cafes have lemonades, so it must be a thing here. Let us know if it's something we're misunderstanding or it actually is a thing and why. But we're really ready to try it. It's quite warm outside, which wasn't expecting, but what are you gonna do? Got mint. It looks like a cocktail or a mocktail.
Yeah.
It's nice, it's a little zingy, very lemony. It's not too sweet, which I'm glad about. What did you get, Maria?
I got a passion fruit. It seems like Old Town has a lot of restaurants, bar, and where the nightlife probably is, because it's about like 2 in the afternoon right now, and a lot of spots seem pretty slow or not open yet. So, and I think I read somewhere that a lot of the nightlife takes place here, which I'm not complaining. It's nice exploring it right now when it's kind of dead.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the buildings are really beautiful.
Yeah, they are really beautiful. The architecture's really nice. And I think they actually called Bucharest Little Paris because of the original architecture that they have in, I think, mainly the Old Town.
And there's also a Triumph Arch, so I think that's also part of it. And they built it in the 1980s, I believe, to celebrate the unification of Romania. Our next historical stop here in the Old Town is the Monastery of Stavropolios. And I guess we should start by saying that here in Romania, the main religion is Eastern Orthodoxy. So it's the same as in Greece. As a matter of fact, this monastery was built in 1726 by a Greek monk that later became the Archbishop of Stavropolis, which used to be a town in Asia Minor, which was a really big center for the Byzantine Empire. That city no longer exists because it's modern-day Turkey. But when the Metropolitan passed away, he ended up getting buried right here. Since the church was built, it has gone through a lot of renovations, but the art inside is really, really beautiful. Oh, I actually didn't expect it to be
like a little courtyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Something that is really interesting, because I come from a Greek Orthodox background, I've never seen the candles outside like that.
Yeah.
And I've noticed it on a couple other churches here. They have them outside, you light them. And it's on top of water. I also want to say I see this in Greece all the time, and it's so strange seeing it in another country. And Olivia, when we first moved to Greece, he was very confused as to like why a lot of people in the bus started doing their cross out of nowhere. And it's because when you pass a church in the Greek Orthodox, Eastern Orthodox religion, you're supposed to do your cross so you can be safe and so on. I'm actually seeing it a lot more here in Romania. In Greece, I see it more in like the older generations. Here, I see a lot of young people doing it.
I wanted to share something interesting about the icons that we were looking at inside of the church, which the icons are the paintings. And to give you a bit of context, a few weeks ago when we were at Maria's grandma's house, I was working at the desk and I was looking at one of the little icons they have on the desk, and I got really curious about the different hand gestures because I thought, I've seen quite a few of these now living in Greece. I looked it up and lo and behold, they have very specific meanings. So it's kind of like sign language. So it will say, the different signs will say different things about what they're trying to portray in the photo without actually speaking, because you can't speak in a photo. Because this means like humility, resurrection. Anyway, very interesting. I could actually read way more on it, so I'm sorry I don't have more information for all the specific ones.
And now we're feeling a bit hungry, so it's time to go eat. And I have a feeling from the research we were doing, we're gonna love Romanian food. I'm so excited.
Very hungry, and this place is supposed to be pretty good. And the restaurant is actually in quite a historic building, which always adds to the experience.
So I guess this building was probably built in 1879.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen cigarettes on a restaurant menu. I was actually recommended this restaurant by a local, which it turns out to be a really popular place right in the center. But I think it's going to be worth it because it has good reviews. It seems like there's locals here, and the building is really historic and really beautiful. And we are happy to try our first Romanian dishes, but also drinks. So we are trying the local Romanian brandy, which the brand is brown, but this is the blueberry, right? It smells really nice. We have blueberry and plum. I really like the little apothecary.
Are we supposed to like drink it from there, or maybe they forgot to bring us a glass? But I have a feeling since
I think
they
we
put
drink
the
it
other
like
one,
this,
yeah, we may look ridiculous.
Right now I'm going to try the blueberry brandy. I felt like the alcohol, like normally I just feel it go down my throat, but I felt it like go up my nose, which is different. The flavor is nice. And let's try the plum. Can I just drink it out of here?
You look like a giant.
Wow. This is sweet and syrupy. This is just like straight up alcohol with a very, very light plum flavor. If you want something sweeter, not as strong, go for a blueberry one, maybe other flavors. This is much stronger.
I'm a little scared to drink this because we read it's very high alcohol. It smells really nice. Yeah, it tastes exactly like brandy. It's not as strong as I thought it would be.
Compare it when you have the other one first so it tastes strong.
Ooh.
when you're expecting it to be
Oh.
like this.
Yeah, we haven't eaten in a while, and I just like felt the burn. It's nice for the winter, probably. All right, let's see this. Ooh, I like it better.
It's nice, isn't it?
It reminds me a little bit of my, if it was like a cherry flavor, it's exactly how my grandma's cherry liqueur tastes. We got a few traditional things to try. We got a vegetarian option, actually. We got a mushroom stew with polenta, which looks really, really good. Here in Romania, polenta is a very traditional, like staple side dish, and it is actually like a replacement of bread. And yeah, polenta is nice. A bit corny if you ask me. All right.
Wow, good one.
I want to get like some of the juice. So I see quite a few onions in there, which makes me happy. Peppers, garnished with some dill on top. It's very nice. I've only had polenta once before, and I didn't expect to really like it that much. It's been a while since I've had it. It's actually really good. I guess this would be one of the best places to have polenta, so it's very good. All right, this has been the dish that I've been like some of the most excited about, and it's the eggplant dip. It looks like it has tomatoes in there, peppers, onions, and I believe the eggplant is smoked, and it comes with a little flatbread. Let's see. It's very nice. It's very nice, but it's not very eggplant-y. Like, it doesn't have much flavor. It's definitely not smoked eggplant. So I think each place probably does their recipe a little different. It's really good. It only has the texture of eggplant. I can't really taste the eggplant.
What I've been most excited to try is the cabbage rolls, which I think is probably one of the most traditional foods here. So it's cabbage rolls with onion, probably different herbs, which I'm curious what they are, and mincemeat with polenta on the side. I noticed like they have the cabbage rolls on top, and then they also have the filling underneath as well. So underneath it's like cabbage with meat and onion.
Looks yummy.
It's really nice, and I know that like the first flavor that came to my mind, which makes sense from reading on different menus, that the cabbage says sour cabbage. So it's probably fermented, kind of like sauerkraut. So the cabbage tastes different to other cabbage rolls because it's more like a strong flavor. But the flavor is really nice. It goes well with the polenta, and there's some good probiotic benefits. I also got some salad, which is just, I think it's literally just cabbage, carrot, dill, maybe oil. Exactly that.
And there's also some sour cream, which I believe is for the cabbage rolls. Let's see how that is. Yeah, it's sour. It's this like unique flavor that I've never had before, like that sourness and the meat together. I don't think I've ever experienced like such a flavor combo. So it's very interesting. It's very flavorful.
To finish, we got a dessert, which I don't know if it's traditional potentially, but it was on the menu. So it's a rice pudding with, I think, like a plum sauce. Oh, it's nice. It's not very sweet, which I like. And I think there's like orange peel in it, which nice. Yeah, I like it.
That dessert Olivia just tried was delicious.
Yeah, it was really, really
That
nice.
was really good.
I'm used to rice pudding being made with milk, so it's more milky. This, I think, was cream.
I know we haven't been in Bucharest that long, but so far from what we've seen, it looks like a really cool city.
Yeah.
The people have been so nice. The few interactions we've had, they were so sweet and like
Quite genuine.
Yeah, but yeah, genuine. That's
Yeah.
the word I was looking for. Made it in front of the other attraction. A lot more information coming up. Now we have to figure out how to go there because there's quite a bit of stuff going on. We finally made it to the Parliament of the People or the Palace of Parliament. This building was built for the President of Romania, and now it's the Parliament. And we should probably clarify that Nicolae Ceausescu was the leader of the Communist Party that soon became totalitarian and known as the most repressive government in the Eastern Bloc at the time. After 15 years of his rule, in 1989, the Romanian people rebelled and overthrew his government. Before his execution, he was charged with genocide and illegal gathering of wealth. As you can imagine, this building was built on the suffering of the Romanian people that have now reclaimed it as a symbol of their freedom and perseverance. Though its history is painful, it now represents hope for a better Romanian future. And it holds the World Guinness record for the heaviest building in the world. In fact, it weighs about 4.1 million tons. And you can tell we literally walked all the way around it. It took a really long time to do so. It took about 13 years to be built. And it was a project between 700 architects, which is mind-blowing, but it actually makes sense because it is actually the second largest administrative building in the world. How cool is that? As of 2020, this building was valued at $4 billion. That's insane. And so you may ask, okay, this building is valued at $4 billion. What is the cost to run this building? Well, actually, electricity and heating, it costs about $6 million per year. Wow. And as we're leaving from the Parliament, I remember something I read during our research before we came to Romania. Romania has actually one of the fastest growing economies in all of Europe. And it's actually quite impressive once you read through everything. And you can tell in the last decade or so, they have made leaps and bounds in their economy, and there's a really big reason is the foreign investing that comes in, the companies here. There's a really big car industry, Dacia. They actually have a really strong information technology industry here. Out of Central Europe and Eastern Europe, they're the top in the region as far as their technology infrastructure and IT. And actually the government has pledged a really big amount into the growth. Now I'm not gonna get into that, but I thought it was really interesting. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head into the Bucharest Nord station and we're going to be taking a train to Brasov.
What I've been most excited to try is one of my favorite. What I've been excited to try.
No, it's blurry.
What I've been excited to try.
I burped, I'm sorry.
What's that?